Hey tribe, Dawna here from Transformational Healing, and today we are going to talk about herbs that are commonly used for protection and how to create your magical workings and your spell bags and things like that to protect yourself and your home. So, firstly, there are so many different ways that you can go about protecting yourself from energies that you do not feel comfortable with. So perhaps those are actually negative energies. Perhaps they are jealous energies or an evil eye from other people. Or perhaps you live in a space where there happen to be just negative energies about. But every time that you go to do protection work for yourself, make sure that you always cleanse and clear yourself or cleanse and clear your home to let go of or to release any what you might consider to be negative energies first, and to fill yourself back up with joy and blessings before you add that layer of protection, because you cannot leave a negative space because something is going to fill that space. So if you get rid of a bunch of negative energy and you just leave a hole there and you don't fill it back up with love or joy or good energy or energy from just connecting to source and just filling yourself back up with that feeling of love, something is going to fill up that space, fill up that vacuum that you left. You can't leave that energy there. Something will fill it no matter what. So you should definitely fill it with something that you want in that place for your energy. So we've cleansed ourselves, we've filled ourselves back up with great energy, and if you need to know how to do that, there are several videos on the channel for grounding and centering, clearing your personal space, and a little bit about protecting your personal space too. But today we're going to focus on those herbs that you can use. So what herbs you choose to use, or what other oils and crystals and spiritual goods that you may choose to use for protection, totally depends on several things. One, what is your path? What is your spiritual belief that you follow? Because that is going to dictate what things and what actions you are going to be comfortable with, because whatever you do must fit into your belief system. It has to fit into your worldview, because the most important part of every working, doesn't matter what you're doing, even just protecting yourself from harm, you have to believe, because it's all about intention. So if you don't have that proper intention and that proper belief behind whatever it is that you are doing on a metaphysical or a spiritual level, what you're doing isn't necessarily going to work, because you don't believe that it is going to work. So that's why it's important that it has to fit into your spiritual belief structure, into your faith. So when you have a specific faith, you need to be able to do things that fit within that practice so that you can believe them. And if you do not have a particular path, then it might be okay to use things that people from different paths may use, but you have to be comfortable with them. If you're not comfortable using the things that are on a list for protection or on a list for abundance or bringing in money, if you're not comfortable using those things, then you're not going to be comfortable with your intention, you're not going to be comfortable with the spell, and you're going to be doing it for nothing. So when people call me, email me, send me a text message, and they're like, how do I use this? Or what's the best thing to use for? Or how do I go about using this to do this? My first question is always, what is your belief system? What is your path? Because I want to help them in a way that they can understand how to use that product, or which products are best, or which way to go about setting up something will work best for them from their world view, from their point of view, from how you see the world. So that's always my first question. So I have created a PDF that you can download for free that has the herbs, the oils, the crystals, and the spiritual goods that are great for protection. And I've phrased it and put it in such a way that you can read what each one is commonly used for. So it's a generalized list. It's not a full class or anything like that, but between those lists that give you an idea of which things are used for what, and the several videos, including this one right now on the channel, you should be able to get a pretty great idea. And that PDF is free, and it is in the resources section of the website. So you can find that at transformationalhealingbydawna.com/resources. Should be right here, and is definitely down below. There is an actual link to the PDF as well. So when we talk about spiritual herbs for protection, you're thinking about things, for me, like yarrow and St. John's wort and witch hazel and so many other things. There are so many herbs that work for protection energy. So then you can get down to what types of protection energy, or what other things do I want to go with my protection energy. I mean, the most commonly used thing overall for protection, I would say, as purchased from the shop, is black salt. That is the number one go-to thing that most people will get, is they will get for their home anyway, is to get black salt, and they'll put it across their thresholds and in the corners of their house and use it that way. Lots of people like to use the cascarilla. Others want to do spiritual cleansing, so they're looking for more like things like the Florida water and the anil, and all of those are spiritual goods. I have a video that you can find up over here that is my two favorite protection crystals, which happen to be actinolite and quartz and dravite. So you can look at that, but the PDF has a lot more crystals that are used for protection than just those two. But those are my two favorites, and that video will explain to you why. And then there are oils that can be used for protection. You can create Rose of Jericho oil to bring in blessings and protection for yourself. High John root and High John oil can be used as protection. You can make protection with sage and cedar and sweetgrass and all of the different smudging herbs and ashes. That's how people make black salt, but you could just use the ashes from your smudging herbs as protection. You can literally use lemon essential oil or lemongrass essential oil or cedar essential oil and bless all of your doorways. I know people that use all sorts of things to protect themselves, to carry on themselves in little bags that they use for protection, just the same as you can create a bag for manifestation and prosperity, or bags for other different types of things. You can create spell bags. You can do anointing oils on candles to make special candles for protection that you can light when you need to feel that light growing inside of you to protect yourself. You can use holy water that you create yourself under the full moon, or with a Jericho flower, or with blessings. You can use the Florida water that you can find in the shop. create a magical jar spell with a candle and seal it for protection rather than just a protection pouch for you to carry on you. There are so many different things that you can do with all sorts of different things, including iron spikes and railroad spikes and things like that, iron filings and different kinds of salt. But it doesn't matter which of those things you choose unless you have that intention down. So your intention is that I am safe, I am protected. Thank you for sending protective energy to me all the time. I am filled with love and light and protective energies. I am surrounded by protective energies. There are so many different ways to phrase that, but always try to keep it in the now and in the positive, and always try to use whatever is comfortable for you. Are you comfortable carrying a pouch in your pocket all the time, or carrying a crystal in your pocket all the time? That's, pretty simple. Or do you want to create an incense that you can burn, that you know that incense cleanses and clears your house and fills you up with protection? What do you feel comfortable with? What sorts of prayers or intentions do you feel comfortable with? Some people like to add prayers and psalms to their workings, and other people want positive affirmations and positive thoughts to go with them. It totally depends on you. So make sure that you check out that free PDF guide. It will really help you along your path towards protection. And as I said already, if you're looking about how to use the different herbs, they will be listed in the PDF, and you can also check out all the videos that are already on the channel. There's a video on black salt, cascarilla, sulfur powder, anil, blue, or the blue balls, blue squares that are used, and I will have one up soon on the Florida water as well. Definitely check out all those videos. Pick up that free PDF on the website. The link is down below. And I will see you real soon. Feel safe, feel protected, and know that it is so simple to protect your energy and to keep yourself safe. You just need to figure out that intention, figure out what path you feel comfortable walking on, and send me a message. Comment down below and I will help you find what it is that you need today. Many blessings, tribe. Have a wonderful and safe week.